YouTube, it's Nikki from Nikkililly. So today I'm going to be doing a video. It feels really weird sitting down and doing a video like this because for the last 2 videos I've been doing vloggy style videos and I definitely want to get into doing more. Obviously with these videos you see my personality and everything, but I feel like you get a more rounded gist of what I'm like as a person and what I do on a day-to-day basis when I do my vloggy style videos. So let me know down below what videos you'd like me to do that have a vloggy feel to them. But in today's video I asked you lovely guys on Instagram, make sure to follow me on my Instagram if you want to be a part of asking me future questions, or just if I do anything on Instagram that will be involved in a video, make sure to be following me on there. I asked you guys to just send me in any question and I'm going to be answering a few of them as I do my makeup. It's basically like my everyday makeup that I've been doing while I've been in isolation and lockdown, but it's also like a get ready with me to go nowhere. Get ready with me for a dinner party in my kitchen. 90% of the time I haven't been wearing makeup and I've only really been wearing makeup for TikTok, but aside from that I've just been barefaced and like this and in pyjamas most of the time. Let's get into answering some questions and also just playing with some makeup. I really like this question. I've never been asked this before. What would you look for in a boyfriend? By the way, I'm single. This time I didn't actually get too many questions on whether I'm single or in a relationship. Still single, still a single Pringle. For moisturiser, I'm using a mix of these two. Q&A Ginger Root Daily Moisturiser. And I'm also using the La Roche-Posay Taurine Ultra Fluid, and I really like this because it's quite thin but super moisturising, so I'm just going to mix those in and apply it to my skin. I've never really been someone that cares about looks. I think especially when I got my condition, looks never mattered to me as much. When I meet someone, the first thing that attracts me to them, whether they're a friend or a crush, is their personality, if they're a kind person, if they can make you laugh, if they have a really positive outlook on life and positive spirit. I kind of like someone that can be both introverted and extroverted because I'm kind of like in the middle, so someone that can both, you know, do fun things with me but also just have a day at home watching Netflix and just in pyjamas. Someone that's really kind-hearted, cares a lot about their family and their friends, loyal, thoughtful. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't really have like a long list of demands when it comes to like what I look for in a boyfriend, but just someone that's a genuinely nice person and is funny and just quite like a positive spirit. Oh, and lastly, maturity. Maturity is a massive thing for me. For primers, I'm going to be using the Ordinary High Adherence Silicone Primer. I actually bought this like a few months ago and used it once and then kind of just shoved it in my drawer, and then it ended up at the back of my drawer and I never really revisited using it. But I used it again yesterday. I actually really liked it. It's really blurring and smoothing. And then this is the Benefit Professional, which I really like, but this is the hydrating version. So we need that little bit more of hydration. I literally just smooth these over my skin. I focus the Professional one more in my T-zone because that's where most of my big pores are. How do you feel about GCSEs being cancelled? What are you doing instead to fill that time that you'd be using on revision? When GCSEs were cancelled, I was very shocked. They were cancelled the day that I was discharged from hospital, and throughout the whole stay that I was in hospital, when things were getting worse in England, I always had like a kind of like inkling that they would be cancelled because I thought, well, if things get to that extent that people are having to isolate, you can't have loads of kids in close proximity in a hall doing exams for long periods of time. So I kind of had a feeling, but my mum was always like, no, they can't cancel GCSEs. I was shocked, but it didn't come as a surprise. I feel like for everyone that's in the same boat as me and would be doing their GCSEs or even in year 13 doing their A-levels, it's kind of bittersweet. I think for some people they're really happy about being relieved of that pressure and that stress, and for other people they're quite saddened by it all because obviously they've worked so hard and now whatever effort they put into revising for their GCSEs won't be noticed and they won't be able to prove how much better they would have done in their GCSEs than they did in their mocks, because a lot of people don't really do that well in their mocks and GCSEs is when you kind of bump up a few grades usually. And so I think a lot of people that I've spoken to have said that they totally understand why they did cancel them, but obviously it's just all quite frustrating that they weren't able to show their full potential, and so the grades that they get won't reflect that. I personally was really overwhelmed with the prospect of GCSEs only being a few months away. I was in hospital. It was constantly on my mind, the amount of content that the subjects that I was studying had. It was constantly like giving me waves of anxiety when I was thinking about it, and so for my mental health's sake, I'm slightly relieved because I was getting very stressed and very anxious and very worried about my GCSEs. At the same time, I've been putting in so much effort. I mean, I've always been a hard worker when it comes to school. I'm going to start my colour corrector actually. This is just my favourite one by LA Girl. I use this all the time to colour correct my redness. I didn't do very well in my mocks. I mean, I did average. I passed everything, but I didn't do as I hoped I would. And so I was hoping that my GCSEs would be my chance to be able to redeem myself and prove to myself that I can do it, and that all the hard work that I've put in and the extra time that I've put in on catching up and learning topics that I missed at school would be worth it. So it is very bittersweet. The things I'm doing to keep myself busy now when I would be deep into revision season, me and my friends FaceTime a lot and do quizzes and play games virtually, so it's not been too bad in that sense. I've been filming TikToks, planning videos, been planning content, baking literally every day, trying out some fun different makeup looks, doing a bit of work, doing some stuff for some secret projects. Yeah, lots of things. I still really want to declutter my room because it feels very cluttered at the moment. I still need to get some frames to hang up some pictures that I literally bought 3 years ago. Okay, that was a much longer answer than I thought it would be. I hope it gives you some ideas on what you can do in quarantine. I've also been doing painting by numbers and listening to audiobooks too, so 2 more ideas. So for concealer, I'm going to be using the Revolution Conceal and Define Infinite Longwear Concealer Crease Proof 16-Hour Wear. That was a very long title. I don't think I needed to read all of that out, but I did. I love this concealer. I still have yet to try out Tarte Shape Tape, which I think this is supposed to be a dupe for. I like using this as an eyeshadow primer too. It's just so much easier than using 2 separate things for concealer and eyeshadow primer. I just go in with my sponge and tap it in. I've also been watching lots of Netflix and Disney Plus. I mean, most of my time is spent doing that, so can't forget that. For foundation, I am going to be using the Benefit Hello Happy Air Stick Foundation in the shade 3. Mix it with my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation in 6.5, so I might do that. So, next question. Who is your favourite artist at the moment? Oh, that is so hard. I'm listening to so many different people at the moment. I've been listening to music so much during isolation. It's really been getting me through. I think at the moment my favourite artists are... I've really been getting into Frank Ocean actually. Who else? Billie Eilish. She's a constant favourite. Lana Del Rey. Who else do I like? Are they called Novo Amor? Novamore? I don't know how to pronounce their name, but I really like them. If you want to find some new artists, Spotify is really good because what it does is, I've noticed that when I play a song at the bottom, on my computer it does this, at the bottom it suggests other artists with similar songs. So I've been discovering loads of artists there. I think there's a band called Amber Run, and I'm really liking them as well. Sometimes I've been powdering my skin, sometimes I haven't. For the sake of the video, I'm going to. And I'm using my all-time favourite powder, Laura Mercier Translucent Powder. Put it under my eyes to prevent creasing. And then just over my skin, lightly. Lovely stuff. Let's find another question. Is it hard at school having your eye? I'm going to be doing bronzer. This is Benefit Hoola. I have been really lucky that at both my primary and secondary school, people have been super understanding about my eye. I have had people make like naive comments in the past and quite ignorant comments, but it's nothing that I would say is bullying. It's just, you know, people that don't understand making comments that are just a bit rude. Other than that, I've always been quite lucky with people understanding and just treating me normally. I personally, especially at school, am very aware that I look different to other people. Even though other people in their head don't really notice it as much, I'm personally, and have especially been in secondary school, very hyper aware of how I look. Not in the sense of like how I look overall, but just me looking different to the kids at my school. And so I think that's something that has massively contributed to like the social anxiety that I get when I'm at school. And that's just more of like a personal mental barrier that I can't ever seem to really get past. I'd love to say that I walk through school with my head held high, just greeting everyone as I walk past, really comfortable in my own skin. But I do find it hard at school. That's where I feel my least comfortable with myself and the way I look. I don't know why. I think that I'm just hyper aware at school of the way I look. Okay, for blusher, I'm using the Becca Flower Child Mineral Blusher. I love this. It just gives you a lovely flush to your cheeks. Finally, highlighter. I have been using, I really like this, Sleek sent this to me. It's their highlight palette in the shade Lightspeed. So I'm just gonna put it on my cheekbones. I like the glowy look. For my eyebrows, I'm going to be using Benefit Gimme Brow Plus. I think it's a tiny bit warm for me, but it's not really noticeable. This is a good question. Could you ever see yourself on a reality TV programme in the future? Good question. I don't really know. I don't really have like a desire to go on a reality TV programme, but if the right opportunity came up and there was a reality TV programme that I felt like I was a good fit with, and I mean, I would never go on a show like Love Island, never go on reality shows like that, but if there was a reality show that was kind of about like spreading positivity, being comfortable in your own skin, or even like a reality programme about like Nikki Lilly's life or something like that. Actually, my last name's Christou, so that actually works out. Keeping up with the Christous. So maybe if an opportunity like that came along, then I'd definitely consider it, but I'm not in any rush to go on a reality TV programme. The two palettes that I've been using for natural eyeshadow are the Colourpop Bare Necessities palette. Love this, and also the Ofra Pro palette. I really like the shimmers in here. They're so pretty. Would you ever do a collab with another YouTuber in the future? I would really love to do collabs with more YouTubers. I've not ever, I think I've done one collab like back in 2016 with my friend Rosie. I've not done any collaborations since, and that's something that I really do want to do. I don't actually know that many YouTubers. I have YouTube friends, but people that like I speak to on the daily, I don't actually have that many. This year would really love to grow the amount of friends and people that I have in the YouTube social media space. I think it's that same thing of like my social anxiety kicking in when I think about like doing collabs with YouTubers, but I would love to do some more things with other people that are in the social media YouTube space. I got a marriage proposal in these questions. Someone said, "Will you marry me?" Wow, that's a first. How much has the Bake Off changed your life? The being on Bake Off greatly changed my life. I think when I went on to Junior Bake Off, I didn't actually realise how many people watched it. I didn't really realise how popular it was. It drew in a new audience of people and friends. I met two amazing judges, and I met Sam and Mark, who are still massive friends to me. I speak to Nadia a lot. I've been to Allegra's house for dinner. Junior Bake Off, the series that I was on, aired 4 years ago for the first time. And 4 years ago is a long time, you know, I've changed greatly. I went on it when I was 12 and I'm now going to be 16 this year. Oh my gosh, that is insane. And so it's crazy that still today, literally every day, I'll get a comment on one of my social media platforms about me being from Bake Off. And I think that's so lovely how people recognise me from Bake Off, because I was so proud of myself on Bake Off. When I won, it felt like such a massive... Obviously, I could not have done it without the support of my family, especially my mum and dad. But I think it was so special at the time because it was something that I never ever, in my wildest dreams, thought I'd even have the chance to be on. I never thought I was good enough, ever. It just kind of showed me that, you know, despite my condition, I can achieve just as much, if not more, than anyone can. And it was a massive message that I want to share with you guys as well, that, you know, don't let what life throws at you and what cards you're dealt in life stop you from achieving your dreams. Everything's falling on the floor. Okay, so that is done. I'm just going to finish off with adding a little bit of highlight to my brow bone and my inner corner, because, you know, highlight is everything. For mascara, I'm going to be using the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, one of my faves. I love this, and I love the Marc Jacobs Major Volume Mascara. When are you next bringing out merch? I was supposed to be bringing out some new merch like a couple of months ago, because we wanted to do a collection that related to the post that Instagram did. Things just didn't work out, just because people were really busy and we couldn't schedule a good time, and I had like a lot going on because I was doing a lot of revising and stuff. I definitely am going to start talking to my merch people that I do my merch with about future collections and what kind of things I want to do. I love doing merch. I love the process of bringing out merch, and I'm very involved when it comes to the designing process of it. So yeah, definitely soon, but obviously it just depends on everything going on at the moment. For lips, I've been doing like quite a natural lip. I've been doing a little bit of lip liner, and if I can find it among all this makeup, and this from Colourpop, which is their Just a Tin crayon in Gimme S'mores. Oh no, Gimme S'more, not Gimme S'mores. Gimme S'more. Gimme S'more. Gimme S'more. Gimme S'more. I think that should be the new song. I think it has a good vibe to it. You know how to use a lip pencil. Perfect. Okay, now let's take the hair out. I think it's time to wash my hair, because it's getting to a greasy point. I really hope that you guys are doing okay and that you are staying sane in lockdown. Don't feel bad about literally sitting in bed and watching TV and Netflix. It's the time to do that. Don't feel bad about eating more food than usual. It's the time to do that. Everyone is. I'm sending you, honestly, so much love and hugs and well wishes, and I really hope that you guys are okay. I love you guys very much. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Let me know what you want to see down below. Bye everyone. Love you guys.